hamstring injury last week. Still no sight of Nat Tobin and Lucy Johnson, both out with injury. Nat Tobin with an ACL, and the big talking point of this lineup, Ante Juric putting his faith in the youth. The midfield three of Zara Kruger, Shay Holman and Maddie Caspers, an average age of 17 in the engine room. Millie Farrow scored a hat-trick last week against Melbourne City on the road. The first Perth Glory player to score a hat-trick since no one else, or no one other than Sam Kerr. The English woman and her compatriot here, Fiona Wirtz, is on fire at the moment. 5 goals in her last 7 games in all competitions for Sydney FC. 3 so far in the league. Millie Farrow, on the other hand, 7 goal involvements so far this season, 4 goals and 3 assists. Sydney FC with a lot to prove at the moment. Alex Aparkis will be absolutely over the moon with the way his side have started the season, losing just the 1 game so far. That coming against the Wellington Phoenix. Shane Skinner, a late call-up to lead the game today, with Isabella Blaze pulling out late due to sickness. More than capable to step in, that's for sure. Ante Juric, a little bit of pressure, not the most convincing win last week over the Newcastle Jets. And his side, if we're looking to build some form after an interrupted start to the season, having to head over to Uzbekistan for the AFC Club Championships. Susan Fonsonkamp has been so important for Perth Glory this year. 3 goals and an assist. Has been clutch for them in big moments. Has really been their star this season. Princess Abini with the captain's armband in the wake of Nat Tobin, who was injured in round 1 in the Sydney derby. A big opportunity for her. Speaking of Nat Tobin, was engaged during the week. Big congratulations to Nat Tobin. A very happy moment. Jana Wyman wearing the captain's armband as always, and Morgan Aquino for Perth Glory holding on to that #1 jersey. Despite Sally James coming over from Melbourne City this off-season, 33 saves so far for Morgan Aquino, the 2nd best in the league. Still a game to play on those others as well. Millie Farrow in fine form, the 27-year-old. Can she drive her side to victory once more? As we are underway in round 8 of the Liberty A-League. Perth Glory hosting Sydney FC at packed Macedonia Park. And what a venue it is for them. Unbeaten in their last 9 games at Macedonia Park, Perth Glory. 7 wins, 2 draws in that time. Truly building the fortress here. And it's won back by 18 Keane, a former Perth Glory player. An early opportunity for the visitors. It does go begging. She'll be looking for a revenge. 18 Keane was at the club last season. The now 21-year-old is Wirtz. Tumeth. Anna Lowry, such a key part of this midfield for Perth Glory. Such a star in this competition at such a young age too. Plenty of experience. Here's Sakalis. Can't evade 18 Keane. A nice body check from her though. And it does go the way of the Perth Glory. Liz Anton, the football fern, New Zealand international, back at left back. Quezada was unable to wrangle it in, but her side do come away with it. The Philippines international, of course, her former Philippines national team coach Alan Stajic, no stranger to either side, and is currently the men's head coach at Perth Glory. Alex Aparkas, the women's head coach, the coach today, serving as an assistant under Alan Stajic at the Women's World Cup for the Philippines, as an analyst. Tumeth down the line. Shouts for a handball there on Liz Anton. They weren't given though. Shane Skinner allowing play to continue. Macedonia Park playing host to a lot of games, both men's and women's, last season for the Perth Glory, while HBF Park was getting a bit of a facelift. It was won back well by Caspers. Princess Abini having a strike from a long way out. An ambitious and audacious effort. And it doesn't trouble Morgan Aquino. Some great support today for Perth Glory at Macedonia Park. Great chest down by Fiona Wirtz, unleashing, and a brilliant save from Morgan Aquino. Brilliant build-up from Sydney FC, and an equally great stop from the Perth Glory custodian. Fantastic work by Fiona Wirtz to bring it down. Aideen Keane with a vital touch as well. Here's Zara Kruger delivering towards that back post. Still alive, Wirtz. In for Chavez. Kruger, the 17-year-old from Warwick, Queensland. Played last season for the Brisbane Roar before switching to Sky Blue. Here's Tumeth, the former Melbourne City player. Zara Kruger trying to hold up the ball on that occasion, couldn't do so. Tumeth. Hannah Lowry under pressure in the box, does manage to clear it for her side. Margot Chavez getting plenty of minutes this season after the unfortunate injury to Nat Tobin. Jessica Seaman was brought in on a short-term injury replacement contract after a long hiatus or time away from the A-League Women's. Here is this opportunity. Beautiful control from Fiona Wirtz. And that's just an example of how dangerous she can be. Stung the palms of Morgan Aquino. And Wirtz, lively early in this game, was looking for a beanie. Couldn't find her. It does find its way to Fenton though. Former Newcastle Jets defender. Got to play against her former side last week. Is Tumeth. Caspers thrown straight into the deep end. Was the 16-year-old last week. First appearance straight into the starting lineup. She's rewarded with back-to-back starts. Here's Chavez. There's one back by Perth. Fonsong Cam. Quezada making that run in behind. The Western Australian sunset coming down. Here's Lowry. Here's Coward. Where else would you rather be? Beautiful Western Australia. Lovely part of the world. Liz Anton finding Isabel Dalton. Here's Majacek, putting together a fantastic season so far. He's the youngster. Princess Abini needing to stand up as a captain. Goal and assist so far this season. Here's Lowry. Fonsong Cam, a Sydney sider originally. Of course, was born in Thailand, but migrated to Sydney. Millie Farrow driving through and drawing the foul. And a yellow card will be shown to Charlotte McLean. Great run by Millie Farrow, always so dangerous. Won it back well off Zara Kruger. And just lunging in was Charlotte McLean. Such a dangerous threat, Millie Farrow, and will be so high on confidence at the moment. Hannah Lowry and Susan Fonsong-Cam standing over it. An early booking for Charlotte McLean as well. Over 80 minutes to play with a caution, with a yellow card. Dangerous stuff from the defender. Fonsong-Cam, a training ground move here. Farrow. Lowry dinked over, so many purple shirts in behind and offside. Either way, they weren't able to turn it in. Not exactly how they drew it up. Perth Glory. But straight off the training ground from them. Here's Chavez. Kruger almost dispossessed momentarily. Was able to come away with it though. Tash Rigby able to sweep up for her side. Over 100 games for Perth Glory. A fantastic achievement. Here's Lowry. A more reserved role this season. Here's one back by her. Did well to atone for her mistake. Fenton with the throw-in. Kruger. Hayden Keane trying to track it down against her former teammate, Tash Rigby, her former captain. Grace Jale, a big loss for this Perth Glory side, not having her in it. Such a physical player, fast, strong. Sakalis. It's one back well by Tumeth. Caspers, a nice move from the 16-year-old. And Fiona Wirtz just couldn't quite keep it at feet. Trying to win it back though. The tricky feet of Sophia Sakalis evading. Such a technical player is Sophia Sakalis. Joined the club ahead of the 2021-22 season, after previously being on the books of Melbourne City. Nearly even possession so far. Here's Sakalis. Looking for the ball in behind. Fenton able to clear it away. Here's Dalton. Lowry, an incisive ball, a clever flick as well. Here's Fonsong-Cam. Quezada. Coward, another member of the Philippines women's national team at the FIFA Women's World Cup. Not a bad ball forward. But Kirsty Fenton able to intercept with ease. One of those players on the verge potentially of a Matilda's call-up. A heavy challenge that time by Jess Cowart. No foul. Adjudged by Shane Skinner. Here's Anton. Sakalis. Unable to evade Zara Kruger. McLean sending it forward in search of Princess Abini. If she can keep it in, she does so. And only into the path of Liz Anton. They give away possession. Caspers. Wirtz striking from just outside the box. And just looping a little bit too much. It looked quite good, but wasn't to be. Majcic. Cowett sending it forward towards Quezada, her international teammate. Well left by Tash Rigby. Lowry scanning for options. Not much doing ahead of her. And it truly is a really nice crowd building here at Macedonia Park before Christmas. There's plenty of festive attire out there as well. Cowett. Tricky feeding from Quezada. Millie Farrow comes away with it. Did enough. Did Quezada. Still searching her first Liberty A-League goal. One of the Philippines' all-time top scorers. Here's Rigby. A heavily taped left leg. Seemingly that quad or hamstring. There's a lot of strapping on it. Here's Lowry. Anton. Marked up by Princess Abini. It's a good ball, a troubling ball for the Sydney FC defence. They do manage to deal with it. Here's Lowry. Looking for the switch now. Anton. Tori Tumit equal to the challenge. Here's Anton. Here's Farrow. So integral to the way Perth want to play. Part of everything they do. Very well rounded centre forward. Lowry dispossessed. Princess Abini pressing very well to start this game. Lots of energy from her. Sakalis just couldn't spin out of trouble. Charvet, the long ball. Sydney FC trying to play direct. Keane trying to turn Tash Rigby. 18 Keane. Wirtz laying it off for Fenton. Scored in the derby to start the season. Kirsty Fenton. Caspers. Abini. Handed away by Majcic. And Quezada can clear their lines. Fonsonkamp driving through the midfield. Out wide for Sakalis, a foul given away by Kirsty Fenton, and another yellow card shown to Sydney FC and their defence. A cynical challenge. That time from Kirsty Fenton. Coaches asking a few questions. The foul itself perhaps not justifying a yellow card, but the circumstance it was taking place in perhaps suggesting it should have, as Perth were breaking away. Just tugging on that jersey, Kirsty Fenton, and coming across. Two Sydney FC defenders on yellow cards now. To tread lightly. Here's Anton. McLean able to clear for the moment. Here's Majacek. Lowry. This is good from Perth. Farrow was able to play it back for Lowry. Fonsongkamp striking. Maybe not what she was after or looking for, but it did look deadly. Got a good rise out of the crowd as well. Some oohs and ahs. Perhaps had to find a teammate that time though. As we have a look at the replay, Fonsongkamp really lifting it, wedging it towards that back corner. Here's Caspers. Really involved at the start of this game, Maddie Caspers. Would you like to see from a 16-year-old in just their second game? Doesn't look out of place at all. And wants to have the ball, not shying away from it. Here's Chavez. A good turn from Fonsongkamp, able to evade Fenton. Can they make anything of it? Zakalis. The trickery and skill of Susan Fonsongkamp, so good. Here's Lowry. Sydney FC playing very direct at the moment, which is a big part of why their passing accuracy is lower. Trying to play that ball directly from the two centre-backs over the top and in behind. It's the same thing they've done in the last few games, particularly last week against Newcastle. That direct play not quite bearing fruits at the moment. Here's Fonsongkamp in a good bit of space. Has Holman coming across, gets past her, gets past Chavez as well, but loses possession. Close dribbling. And we can see passing in the final third for both sides quite low. Once they're getting the ball into those areas, not converting their passes, and in turn unable to forge opportunities. Here's Majacek. And almost Jana Wyman, I should say Morgan Aquino, in trouble. She does get away with it though. Nelly Farrow trying to turn around Charlotte McLean there. And here is that moment, just the back pass. Good pressure from the defence, played straight into the path of Fiona Wirtz. Cannot do that in the box. And on this occasion, she's just lucky. She wasn't made to pay for it. Here's Majacek driving out of defence. Sydney FC trying to get into a bit of a rhythm in this game. Both sides are. Here's Lowry. Zakalis. Anton, the fullback, bombing forward. Marked by Tumeth. Anton cutting inside, in behind, almost brought down by Quezada. And Anton's heavy touch just lets her down. Sydney trying to get momentum in this game, but also in this season. Interrupted by a trip to Uzbekistan, where they missed a few games. They've got some games in hand they'll have to make up later on in the season. Playing some midweek games on some Wednesdays, Thursdays perhaps. Looking like they'll be in January at the moment. And will be confirmed. McLean sending it long this time. First touch from Fiona Worts, not a bad idea. Her and 18 Key just not on the same page though. Anton perhaps had more time than she anticipated. It'll go the way of Sydney FC. Tori Tumeth to take the throw in. Dalton. Fairly quiet start to the game for her so far in that midfield. Tumeth, good throw in. Keane. Almost finding its way to Fiona Worts, but it is blocked and it will be a corner. Glory defence at the moment. Just struggling to clear their lines a little bit. Kruger standing over the corner. Low driven Princess Abini takes a touch, gets the shot away and palmed out. Miraculously by Morgan Aquino. Another sensational save, keeping her side in it. Was a good move from Sydney. Was just looping towards that back post. And Morgan Aquino did just enough for her side. Kruger standing over it once more. The 17-year-old into the box all the way over. The pack of players and a shoulder from Fiona Worts. And it is blown up eventually. Going into the back of Hannah Lowry. Myerchick. Risky play from Perth. And they do give away possession. Only for the moment, though. It's won back very well by Perth. Chavez cleaning up for her side. Myerchick doing a good job in the heart of defence. Having a great campaign. They do give it away. Dalton just passing it to the opposition. Cowart. Tumeth. Sydney winning it back in good areas. Caspers. Abini muscling off Anton and does the save. Good use of the body from Liz Anton. And the youngsters like what they see. Looking up to the current Perth Glory players. It's smart from Liz Anton just to push aside Princess Abini. And some young fans in the crowd there, just with the appreciation. Aquino. Sakalis flicking it on. Tumeth does well. Here's Abini. Can't get past Liz Anton once more. Dalton. Caspers wins it back very well for her side. Abini. Making some space for herself. Can't find Caspers. Here's Anton to take the throw in. Abini. Just holding off the opposition players. Tried to play it through them, but it was blocked. Only momentarily. Here's Caspers, the 16-year-old. Tries to skip past Dalton, and it does go out of play for a corner once more. Will we see something similar to what they rolled out just before for Princess Abini? Zara Kruger standing over it. Delivered towards that back post, headed away by Hannah Lowry. Did enough just to flick it past the oncoming Sydney FC players. They do give it away. Here's Tumeth controlling it with the back two. Lofted in this time, the header from Fiona Wirtz. Takes a deflection and doesn't trouble Morgan Aquino. Former Brisbane Roar shot stopper Morgan Aquino really breaking out this year. It's been so crucial for Perth Glory this season. Nearly half an hour gone here in Perth. Either side able to hit the back of the net. Abini trying to skip inside. And Von Sonkamp did very well to deny her. Here's Wirtz flicking over the oncoming defender. Sydney with 6 shots. Perth with none as of yet. And they do draw the foul. Sydney, Zara Kruger winning it for her side. It's in a good area too. A few discussions taking place. Here is the moment. Fiona Wirtz going down that time. And Zara Kruger just being brought down by Claudia Majacek. The first of the challenges certainly looked a little bit uncomfortable. Princess Abini standing over the free kick. Can she deliver her side a captain's goal? A 4-player wall. Princess Abini, Sydney FC's captain, unable to hit the target. Not a bad effort. Not what her side needed though. Just couldn't quite get it up and down in time. Princess Abini. They go again, Sydney. Hayden Keane. Just trying to play it first time. Millie Farrow wanting a foul there in the middle of the park. Not getting it though. Back into the action. Here's Fenton. Keeping it forward for Kruger. A more involved game from the 17-year-old so far. That one goes the way of Perth. Fiona Wirtz, as the game goes on, tend to get more and more involved the longer it goes without her side scoring. Tries to link the play more and more, do the defensive work as well. Here's Holman. Abini. Here's McLean. Is Dalton. Tries to get around Maddie Caspers, but does win her side a throw-in. And the sun has gone down at Macedonia Park now. Giving the players a little bit of respite. Millie Farrow, heavy first touch. She can't track it up. else would you rather be? And here in WA, I tell you what, beautiful sunset, western sunset over the beaches. Not half bad. His words. One of those road trips that the players both love and hate. Fair while away, but a beautiful part of the world. There's McLean. Sydney FC haven't had the pleasure of doing it for a long time. Over 1,000 days since they've last played in Western Australia. Here's Abini delivering into the box towards that back post and can't find a teammate. Perth Glory having to play a few of their games a few years back out of state due to COVID, of course. Just delaying that return to Western Australia. It's great to see them back playing in Perth, and Macedonia Park, a good host, a good ground over the last year or so, that's for sure. Here's Quezada. Turns back. Sakalis down the line now, can't get past Tumith. Thinks it's her ball, and a little bit of a push and shove, a little bit of fracas on the sideline. Quezada, heavy first touch. Does enough to get it back for her side too. Here's Coward, the American-born Philippines international. Very emblematic of their side at the Women's World Cup. Alan Stajic searching far and wide for the diaspora of the Philippines. Doing a great job with them, and now with Perth Glory. There's a beanie brought down, no foul given, and it's sent long by Perth. Tash Rigby, a physical challenge on Princess Abini, and the home support like to see it. An affectionate chant for their captain is Anton. Such a consistent performer for Perth over the last few years. There's Anton, 2 assists so far this year. Sydney FC really gaining the ascendancy at the moment. 28 final third entries, getting the ball high. And arguably could have had 2 goals already. Morgan Aquino's sensational saves. Maddie Caspers takes a heavy deflection and doesn't cause any problems for the Perth Glory goal. Ambitious from the youngster. Exactly what you like to see in a 16-year-old. Had time and space from a way out and backed herself. Here's Kruger. Towards that near post, headed down by Cowart. Another opportunity for the Sky Blues, and they'll just watch it out for another corner. Substitutes warming up for Perth Glory. Sarah Kruger to deliver once more. Towards that back post, rising was Fenton. Morgan Aquino lets it go wide. Not shy of chances at the moment, Sydney FC. Good delivery from Zara Kruger. Kirsty Fenton just couldn't steer it goal bound. Here's Caspers. Back for Fenton, they give away possession. Fonsongkham, is this the opportunity? Gets past one, can they win it back in a good area? Sydney FC clear their lines. And can they go the other way? Crunching tackle from Majacik. Lowry. Wirtz up and about at the moment. Wirtz going. McLean continuing a run from centre back. Here's Keane. McLean a long way from home. Here's Kruger. Sky Blues just settling things down. Kruger delivering. Headed away by Cowart. Fonsongkham. Is this an opportunity for Perth to move forward? Wanted that run out wide and the foul. Given against her. Casper's drawing it. That's fair enough from Shane Skinner. Perhaps could have seen more. Susan Fonsongkham just wanting the overlapping run from Tash Rigby. And just fouling Maddie Casper's in the process. Perhaps the ball just held up a little bit more than Fonsongkham was after. Here's Dalton. Majacik. Fonsongkham bringing it down, struggling to control though. Abini getting it back for Sydney. Here's Tumeth. Looking for Keane. Gets a touch. 18 Keane. That's Jess Cowart able to clear for Alex Aparkis' side. Here's Lowry. Dances around the Sydney FC players. Does well for her side. Incisive ball. That's better from Fonsongkham. Sent long by Rigby. And Chauvet with a hurried clearance. Fonsongkham can't find that ball forward. Here's Keane. Driving forward now, just about 5 minutes to play in this first half. What a blockbuster it has been so far, despite no score. And the foul is given. Here it is. Fiona Wirtz with a foul on Sophia Sakala's just coming across her body. 5 fouls from Sydney so far. And they give away possession. Perth. Majacik just unable to find a teammate. And Princess Abini doing the same. Could have been a golden opportunity. Sydney FC. Here's Anton. Shay Holman heading it out of play. Tash Rigby with plenty of motivation for her side. Shay Holman heading it out of play once more. Urich having to think about what he'll have to say to his side at halftime. I think he'll be pretty happy with how they're playing at the minute. Definitely the better of the chances between the two sides. Here's Farrow, can't bring it down. Holman just holding off the oncoming Perth Glory play as well. And Lowry. I'm going to send it out of play. Here's Tumor down the line. Flicked on by Keane. Cowart clearing only momentarily. Caspers. There's Anton struggling to clear. Does so eventually through Sakalis. Margot Gervais sweeping up at the back for Sydney FC. Here's Anton. Tumor. Caspers flicking it on. Tough to deal with for Keane. Does well though and gets past Anton. 18 Keane still going. Back in the box. Falls for Kruger. He just can't fashion a shot, but keeps it alive for her side. Gervais. Abini. Fenton trying to play that incisive ball, but intercepted by Isabel Dalton. Bit lethargic at the moment from Sydney FC. Just once they get into that final third. Struggling to penetrate the Perth Glory defence. Struggling to be a bit more incisive. Shay Holman just turning into trouble. Is Gervais. Tash Rigby stepping up. Not taking any chances. Claudia Majcic sending it out of play. A couple of worried faces in the crowd for a moment there. Here's Dalton. Von Songkham giving away possession. Fiona Wirtz in the box now, goes down. Shouts of a handball, not given though. Perth do come away with the ball. Fiona Wirtz not intentional. Just tripping up on her footing. Going down. Here's Abini. One back by Lowry. Aquino. Had a blunder earlier that wasn't punished. Here's Abini. Looking out wide for Tori Tumith, asking her to do a little bit too much, and there will be 1 minute added on here at Macedonia Park. The other side, able to hit the back of the net. So far, still a little bit of time. But both sides will most likely just be slowing things down before the half-time break. Here's Holman. Can Sydney snatch one before the break? Keane. Marked by Sakalis. 18 Keane. Getting the strike away into the palms and the waiting arms of Morgan Aquino. Fumbled it slightly and did manage to hang on in the end. And it is half-time here at Macedonia Park. Neither side able to hit the back of the net in a fiery first half. Plenty of opportunities, particularly for the Sky Blues, as Perth Glory chase their first victory over Sydney FC in nearly 4 years. At half-time at Macedonia Park, it is Perth Glory 0, Sydney FC 0. It was a big first half. Let's have a look at the tail of the tape in the stats. Perth Glory just edging possession but are yet to get a shot away. Really struggling in that final third. Sydney FC, on the other hand, plenty of opportunities in the penalty area. 10 total shots, 6 on target, and plenty more to do in that second half. The break is next. Stick with us. A big second half of action coming your way. Welcome back to Macedonia Park. Sydney FC's first visit to Western Australia in over 1,000 days. Perth Glory chasing their first win over the Sky Blues in nearly 4 years. A momentous game, a blockbuster as it was penned. Neither side able to hit the back of the net as of yet at the half-time break. But Sydney FC certainly got very close. This the best of them. Fiona Wirtz, a beautiful chest down. And the strike to boot. Princess Abini with a chance of her own. Morgan Aquino really keeping her side in it. In that first half. Has had a sensational campaign. And doing excellently today. Maddie Caspers, the 16-year-old with a lively start in midfield. Kirsty Fenton even getting in on the action. Aideen Keane against her former side. Wouldn't she love a goal to mark the occasion? A massive crowd. Here are the halftime stats as we go into this second half. Plenty of shots for Sydney FC. 12, 7 on target. And a change at halftime, even if it is on the other side of the country. They'll be very happy to see Courtney Vine entering the fray. Aideen Keane making way. The Matildas star, you can see her just on the far side there. As we get back underway, the second stanza kicking off here at Macedonia Park. As Perth Glory look to maintain their top of the table status. And Sydney FC look to gain an inroad and climb the ladder after missing some games due to Asian competitions earlier this season, just a few weeks ago in fact. History would side with the visitors. Even despite that, Perth Glory have really made Macedonia Park a fortress this season as it's pumped in. And Morgan Aquino just hangs on. Fiona Wirtz with a great opportunity that time. And goes begging once more. Nice catch from Alex Aparkas too. Tori Chimeth delivering. And Fiona Wirtz, not the cleanest of contacts. Finley Quezada brought down. And drawing the foul too. Aideen Keane with a lively first half performance. But the pace and experience of Courtney Vine now in the fray. Shay Holman just going into the back of Quinley Quezada. And she does draw the foul. Hannah Lowry standing over it. Fonson Cam not too far away either. Be looking for options in the middle. One would think. Is Lowry looking to find a teammate at that back post. Is Tash Rigby and held on to by Jada Wyman. She does oh so well. The Sydney custodian. And denies Perth Glory their best opportunity of the game. Maddie Casper's trying to chase it down, the youngster. A great ball in. And wouldn't the captain love a goal right now? Jada Wyman does enough just to stifle it. And the confirmation of the half-time substitution. Aideen Keane making way. Cowart sending it long. Good first touch from Farrow for Quezada. Back inside, has options. Either way, Fonson Cam. Lowry with a switch. It's a great ball. Out wide. Here's Anton. Back inside this time. The ball lifted in. Quezada trying to head it goal bound. It did come off Kirsty Fenton. Jada Wyman sweeping up. A lively start to this second half here at Macedonia Park. Mentioned earlier that the home side have really made it a fortress. They've not lost here in 9 games. 7 wins, 2 draws in that time. They love playing here. And that's exactly why. Majicic. Trying to launch it forward. But it is intercepted. Wirtz gets ahead of Majicic and the shot away. And doesn't trouble Morgan Aquino too much. Racking up the saves is Morgan Aquino. Lowry, good pressure from Sydney FC. And they force them to give the ball away, and a foul that time by Hannah Lowry. And she'll get a talking to just for clattering in to Princess Abini. It does see a yellow card. Hannah Lowry. And it was well won by Princess Abini. And the pressure of the Sky Blues forcing Perth Glory to give the ball away. Both players charging into that challenge. Hannah Lowry, the one adjudged to have fouled Princess Abini. Zara Kruger standing over the free kick, looping it in towards that back post. Morgan Aquino can hang on. A busy day for her. Fonson Cam brings it down and can't control it. Not a bad ball in from Zara Kruger. And a change being made for Perth Glory as well. Sadie Lawrence sliding back into the back line where she started last game. Claudia Majicic making way. Dalton into the action. Here's Quezada. Fenton keeping it in play. Possibly could have just let it go out of play, and it stays in. Chavez under pressure, goes down on the ball. Just losing her footing momentarily. Here's Holman. Can't find Abini. Plenty of firepower on the bench today for Sydney FC. Shay Connors, the American. One of her compatriots, Jordan Thompson, as well. Taylor Ray as a midfield option to boot. Talia Franco, the reserve goalkeeper. Kruger out wide. Courtney Vine, the Matildas star, cuts to the byline, firing the shot away. And Morgan Aquino once more to the rescue. A good early involvement from Courtney Vine, showing exactly what she's all about, the pace and power. Just couldn't find the back of the net though. Denied by Morgan Aquino. Ball in now. Can it stay in play? Palmed wide by Aquino. It's headed away in the end by Liz Anton. And a nervy moment for Morgan Aquino. Did just enough though to steer it away from danger. Courtney Vine, that burst of pace past Liz Anton, a really tight angle. Perhaps could have tried to find a teammate from there. Kruger delivering once more to that back post. Abini keeping it alive. McLean. Abini still. McLean will get the opportunity to deliver. Morgan Aquino able to claim. And she does send it long. Here's Kruger. Susan Fonson Kemp with the touch just to send it out of play. Here's Wirtz. Tumeth. Chevet, a heavy first touch. Fenton, a bad ball in behind. Tash Rigby able to clear the danger. Fenton with the throw-in. Sadie Lawrence able to head it away, just flick it on a little bit. Chevet with the header as well. McLean under pressure from Farrow, who does win the ball back for her side. Not too many options for her though. Sent forward early by Cowart. Here's a Beanie. Early delivery into the box. Sadie Lawrence equal to it and able to clear in good fashion for Millie Farrow. Driving on the break for Perth Glory. And Chevet sweeping up for the Sky Blues. Here's Anton with the throw-in. Able to find Quezada. Here's Vine. Gets past Lowry. This is what she's all about, Courtney Vine. And intercepting very well was Liz Anton. Couldn't keep it in play, but did enough just to thwart the attack. Here's Fenton. Holman. Chevet. McLean going long, looking for a Beanie. Brought down very well by the captain. Early delivery this time. Aquino punching it away from danger. And Tash Rigby does enough. Fenton with the throw-in. Maddie Casper's just unable to keep it in play. It was a beautiful touch from Princess Abini. Morgan Aquino did very well. Holman intercepting well. Rigby clearing. Holman. Rigby just turning around. Was under pressure. Happy to see the sideline at any cost. Knows how dangerous Courtney Vine is and can be. A tough task for her today. Casper's doing well to evade the pressure. Showing a lot of confidence for a 16-year-old Fenton. Kruger back inside. Out wide. Was looking for Tori Tumeth. Here's Holman. Anton. Coward under pressure and puts it out of play. Crowd here at Macedonia Park would surely have to be up there. It's one of Perth Glory's best attendances at the ground. Fantastic turnout. Just a sign of how well they're doing at the moment as Millie Farrow breaking away. Shay Holman back to the rescue for her side. Here's McLean. Fenton. Casper's going down, drawing the foul as well. Fenton, great early ball in behind for Vine. Wheeling around into the centre for Kruger. Goes down, punching at her head as well. That is lovely from Fonsong Cam. The cheekiest of flicks over her defender. Unfortunately, just couldn't make anything more of it. The audacity to attempt that. Incredible. Have a look at the replay of this. Could watch this all day long. First time around Fenton. So good. Slightly too heavy on that second touch. Wow. Here's Anton just running out of room. Sydney FC really dominating those final third entries. More than double the amount that Perth have had. It shows it how many times they've been close to scoring in this game. Here's Farrow. Blocked really well by Shay Holman. Brilliant challenge. Here's Fenton. Big coming together with her and Fonsong Camp. Vine. Couldn't find a teammate. Rigby did enough. A desperate game at the moment. Sakalis threading it through. Millie Farrow got a hat-trick last week. Lara Kruger able to clear for the Sky Blues. Here's Vine. Lets it run a little bit. There is that challenge between Fonsong Cam and Fenton. Not a light one. Dalton. Here's Lawrence. Great run from Fonsong Cam just to find space in the hole there. Couldn't bring it down though. Here's Lawrence once more. Quezada. Cowart under pressure, as is Lowry. Does well in a tight situation. Here's Tumeth stepping into midfield. Lowry. Lifting it in behind. Good ball. Farrow just can't get past Shay Holman that time. Beanie going down and the foul given against Liz Anton, and she does see a yellow for it. The New Zealander. Well drawn by Princess Abini. Such experience. Just baiting. There's Anton in momentarily. That's all she needed. Ball in now. Fiona Wirtz making that run in. A little bit of a miscommunication. But they do clear their lines. Perth Glory. Could have been disastrous though. Is Tumeth. Kruger. Flicked on by Rigby. Vine. Tash Rigby does enough to clear. Perhaps a little bit of contact from Fenton. An absolute warrior. Tash Rigby. Here is that miscommunication between Aquino and Cowart. They're not made to pay for it. Here's Vine trying to bring it down. Cleared by Sakalas. Farrow. Chavez crunching in. Here's Fonsonkamp. Lowry. Here's Cowart. Sydney pressing high. Princess Abini almost getting a touch on it. Forced the ball out of play though. Forced Morgan Aquino into that decision. Early ball in this time, Morgan Aquino. Equal to it. Here's Quezada brought down. Fonsonkamp won back by Maddie Caspers. Her sister Holly playing for Western Sydney Wanderers, of course. Former Canberra United player as well. Ball in behind. Not a bad one for Millie Farrow. She can keep it in play on that far side. Can't manage to do so. Plenty of young fans in attendance today as well, which you love to see. Plenty of festive hats going on in the crowd too. Remember, it's not too late to sign up for the Liberty A-League Pass. For anyone under the age of 16, can head along to any Liberty A-League game for free. Only takes a few moments to sign up. Make sure you do it. Head along and see these stars as the strike that time. Very ambitious. Souvenir perhaps. No, yeah. Might have to hand it back, that one. Jada Wyman to reset us. Over 20 minutes still to play. Still plenty of time for either side to gain the ascendancy, to gain the lead. Sakalas, first time, ball over the top. Habini going over that time, and the foul is given by Shane Skinner. Thought Isabel Dalton kind of just held her ground there. And Princess Abini surged on in with an acrobatic attempt. Have a look at the replay. Shane Skinner in the best position to make that decision, of course. It's nice play from Perth. Doing well to play out of the press at the moment. Cowart having to do a lot of work there. They do well. Here's Rigby. That's inside of Caspers. Lowry under pressure from Vine. Does well to get rid of the ball. Fonsonkamp. Here's Dalton. Lowry lets it run. Courtney Vine can't do anything with it on that far side Had a lot of time and space to just drive forward. Cowart. Brought down by Farrow. Good hold-up play from the number 9. Farrow. Looking for options. Has one out wide in Rigby, the fullback. The captain. Sakalis, can she cut it back? And it goes out of play for her side. One of Perth's best final third entries of the game. There'll be a change made as well. It's time for Perth Glory. Georgia Cassidy getting ready to come on. Sophia Sakalis, that's her final involvement of the game. And a bad game from her as well. Busy in this one. And a change being made for Sydney FC as well. Shay Connors, the American, coming on. Fiona Wirtz making way. A lively game from her. A fantastic opportunity early on. Shay Connors, a former Brisbane Roar player. Now with the Sky Blues. And a great cameo off the bench last week against Newcastle as well. Plenty of opportunities laid on in that game. Can she do the same here? Here's Rigby. Quezada manages to get enough on it. Physical from Tash Rigby. And the foul given away by her. Not quite shoulder to shoulder. Perth Glory bench asking for the whistle to be blown a little bit earlier. Quite a belated decision by Shane Skinner and co. Here's Quezada. Lowry. Ball played in this time and can't find a teammate, can't find the target. Here is that challenge from Tash Rigby. More than fair enough, you'd have to say. Here's Wyman. Cassidy, a young Matilda's midfielder, was recently called into Leah Blaney's squad. Travelled to China just the other week. Here's Rigby, heading it forward for Fonsong Cam. Edge of the box, big challenge between her and Holman. Connors puts it past Lawrence. So much pace to burn. Shay Connors getting the strike away and slicing it wide. A little bit more composure needed, perhaps, from Shay Connors. But what a turn of pace to get past Sadie Lawrence. Jess Cowart covering well. Perhaps just needed to assess her options. Aquino. Can't find the player out wide in Liz Anton. Here's Vine. A lot of pace in this Sydney FC attack. The ball in. Aquino claiming with ease. Under 20 minutes to play now. Can either side break the deadlock? Here's Kruger. Is this the moment? Connors. Lovely play. Courtney Vine on that far side. Can't find a teammate in the middle. Benner from Sydney. Lowry bringing it down, cut. Maintain possession, Tumeth. Vine. Putting Liz Anton on her backside with the footwork. Fantastic from the Matildas star, and that has to be a card for Millie Farrow. Protesting, as are the home fans. I don't think you can too much, though. And she does see a yellow card for it. Millie Farrow. Let's have a look back at it. Completely off the ball. Foot race just coming across. Tori Tumeth did well to sell it. A definite foul on Millie Farrow. Is McLean. Let it all run through. Princess Sabini gets too much under it. It just fell to her in a perfect moment. She couldn't keep her head over the ball. A defensive breakdown for Perth Glory. Sadie Lawrence and Tash Rigby, neither taking ownership of the clearance. And they're not made to pay by Princess Abini. Is Kruger. Draws the foul. Just tugging onto the shirt a little bit. Fairly light though. Chavez lifting it forward, and if it'll hold up for Princess Abini, Tash Rigby. There's her lines, and it came off Princess Abini too. Well done from the captain. Here's Lowry. No willing runner in that final third for that ball. 10 fouls from Perth in one of those games. Here's Fonsong Cam, threaded through for Quezada, the Philippine star. Slicing it wide, still in search of her first Liberty A-League goal. And her search will be a little bit longer. It was a great ball in behind. And Quezada did well to get the shot away. Here's Abini. Fenton. Driving through midfield, the fullback. Here's Vine. Driving at Anton. And Casper's in the middle. Just plays it off a Perth Glory defender, and it will be a corner. Kruger standing over it. The 17-year-old played short for Abini, who goes down. No foul given, no penalty given. Similar to the first corner of the game, we saw that short ball played. And here is that contact, shouldered over. Jess Cowart might be a little bit lucky in that situation. Would be shoulder to shoulder. Here's Farrow, good first touch to get away from the defender. Does well to maintain possession too. Lowry. Cassidy. Skips around Caspers. Sending it long in behind for Farrow now. Takes a touch, needs assistance. Has some in Rigby. Cassidy. A good ball for Rigby. Have to get it in a central area now. Dalton. They turn away possession. Here's Vine. Well done by Isabel Dalton. Shuts down the attack. Just over 10 minutes to play. Desperation setting in. We haven't had a 0-0 this season in the Liberty A-League. Lowry. Forward. Farrow. Did she have anything to say about that? Good first touch from Quezada. Fonsong Cam squaring it this time. Still going at Perth. Quezada striking and blocked. Still going at Perth though. One of their best opportunities of the game. Connors just losing the ball. Jess Cowett comes away with it. And more like that needed from Perth Glory. Here's Lawrence. More direct play from the Glory now. Here's Tumeth. Down the line. Jess Cowett just able to see it away. A lovely touch from Quezada, just opening things up for Fonsong Cam. Perhaps could have got the shot away. Tight angle though. And nothing in the middle for Perth Glory. Fonsong Cam just having to fire it away. Has to back herself there. 4 goal involvements this season, particularly earlier on in the campaign. It was on fire. Player high on confidence. Having some great consistency as well now. After struggling with injuries in the last few years. Here's Fenton. McLean. Lifting the ball in, headed away by Rigby. Fenton. Kruger. Skips past Fonsong Cam. Ball in once more. Struggling to clear it. Perth, they do so in the end. Holman. Tumeth does enough to keep it in play, but gives away possession to Farrow. Can Perth break away now? Quezada can't hold on to possession for Perth. Caspers, Holman. Dalton intercepting. Cassidy does well to keep it in play on that far side. Anton. Dalton. Alex Aparkas. Tensions rising as time runs out. Desperation sets in. His side wanting a win to keep up that good form. Go back to top of the league. Here's Lawrence. Under pressure from Abini. Aquino seeing it away. Holman. Kruger. Abini out wide. Is this the chance for Sydney? Creeping in, and Morgan Aquino does enough to get rid of it for her side. Wasn't a bad ball in, asked a lot of questions from Princess Abini. Here's Kruger. Towards that back post, headed up. And away by Lowry, only momentarily. Still in play. The ball back in. Too far, but Chavez is back to help her side, but it goes the way of Perth. Much to the frustration of the defender. Margot Chavez. Cassidy just trying to flick it around the corner. Was asked to do a lot there, though. Sadie Lawrence clearing it. Farrow breaking away now. Has to get past Chavez. Does very well. Millie Farrow just through the legs of Margot Chavez. Can't get onto the end of it, though. It is cleared. But it's in a good area for Perth. The home fans getting behind their side. And they do get a corner. Could this be the moment? How about this from Millie Farrow? Whoop. Straight through the legs. Fantastic. Here's Fonsong Cam. Trying to drive it in. Shouts of a handball from the Perth Glory bench. Connors, can she break away now? The speedster, the American, marked very well by Georgia Cassidy. A youngster doing very well. Georgia Cassidy, just 18 years of age. The winner of the Liberty A-League Young Player of the Month, the first month of this season. Rigby clearing for Perth. And it'll find Quezada. Shay Holman doing a lot of the dirty work today for her side. 4 minutes to go, just under. Pressure rising. Here's Caspers. Vine. Driving out the defence. Skips past one. Can she make it through? Courtney Vine laying it off. The ball back in this time. Morgan Aquino hangs on again. Saving her side on so many occasions tonight. Aquino clearing. Rigby. Not a bad bit of play. It was only 1-0 game last season. Still yet to get one this campaign. Could this be the one? It took a long time last year. Western Sydney Wanderers versus Melbourne victory last year. Perth Glory deal with it in the end. Almost a year since the last scoreless draw in the Liberty A-League, 333 days to be precise. And Fonsong Camp can't meet that one. Chavez into the chest of Caspers. Harrying Georgia Cassidy. Sadie Lawrence headed back. Connors. Sydney FC will have something to say about the scoreless draw. They don't want it to happen. Here's Connors from a long way out. Leaning back. And a late change for Perth Glory. Some fresh legs. Susan Fonsong Cam's day comes to an end. She's had a fantastic game today. Grace Johnston coming on. Saw her in a moment just before that Susan Fonsong Cam was just running out of gas. Fresh legs in a moment like this can be very beneficial. Dalton launching it forward. Chavez happy to see the sideline. They want to play quick. Will Glory. Farrow. Rigby. Back out wide for Rigby. Marked by Abini. And just fouling Kirsty Fenton that time. Grace Johnston getting her head to it. Here's McLean. 3 minutes to be added on here at Macedonia Park. Cassidy. Launched forward. More direct play now. Will be seen from both teams. Fenton have to get the ball up the pitch fast. Here's Lowry. Sending it forward. Collision between Farrow. Quezada surrounded by blue shirts. Gets the strike away. Not the cleanest though. And Wyman can save it. She was engulfed by sky blue. Quinley Quezada did well to make something of it. 4 or 5 blue shirts around her. Here's Lowry. Johnston just playing the ball to Tori Tumeth, giving away possession. Holman. Vine. Marked well by Cassidy, wins her side, the throw in. They get the ball back. In front of a vocal home support. Throw in now, down the line. And just goes out of play. Ellie Farrow couldn't keep it in play. Sent forward once more, Chavez. There's enough to head it away, but it's won back by Perth. Quezada trying to get past Chavez that time. Vine keeps it in play. Sends it forward. Moments ticking down. Aquino does enough. Comes out bravely and sends it long for Farrow, getting attention from Fenton. Not much left now. And that is full time at Macedonia Park. And the fortress has been solidified. 10 games unbeaten for Perth Glory at their home ground. A fantastic record and the first scoreless draw of the season. Took us a long time last year, not as long this season. Neither side able to hit the back of the net in a frantic game in Western Australia. The first scoreless draw of the season. It ends at Macedonia Park. Perth Glory 0, Sydney FC 0. And well, there may not have been any goals in this one, but it certainly wasn't short of action. How about this? Early doors from Fiona Wirtz. Brilliant control. Getting the shot away too. Morgan Aquino, so massive for Perth Glory, saving her side on numerous occasions. It was so big for Perth Glory. Making plenty of saves, Jada Wyman denying Tash Rigby perhaps Perth's best opportunity of the game. Struggling to get into that final third. Courtney Vine, her involvement in the second half. Morgan Aquino once again coming up trumps for Alex Aparkis' side. Sydney FC with so many opportunities in this game, lacking that cutting edge, that composure in front of goal. And Quinley Quezada with some bright opportunities late on in the game, still searching for her first Liberty A-League goal. Zara Kruger getting the shot away. Morgan Aquino once more hanging on so much in this game. Quinley Quezada engulfed in sky blue. Didn't phase her. Was able to get the shot away. Not the one she was after though. Here are the stats from the game. Fairly even in the possession, but Sydney FC with just so many shots in this game. 19 in total, 11 on target, but nothing to show for it in this game. A frantic game as Perth Glory pull level on points at the top of the table. An exciting game in Western Australia, but the first 0-0 draw of the campaign. Perth Glory extend their unbeaten run at Macedonia Park to 10 games. A fantastic performance and a fantastic run from Alex Aparkis' side as it ends at Macedonia Park. Perth Glory 0, Sydney FC 0.